So children, another warm-up exercise to learn how substitution makes integrating some of the functions so convenient and so easy for us. So here we go. See, the integral is 4x plus 2 getting multiplied with square root of x square plus x plus 1. So before we go for integration, we need to simplify it. For that, we will be using substitution. So you just have a look and see which part of this function should be substituted. You will find the polynomial under the square root is a quadratic polynomial and the one without the square root is a linear polynomial. And we know when x square is differentiated, its derivative has got degree of the variable as 1. It reduces by 1. So we will go for substituting this part. So if we put x square plus x plus 1 as t and differentiate both the sides with respect to t, then derivative of x square is twice of x and then that of x will be dx over dt. In the same way, this x will have derivative dx over dt, 1 into dx over dt. So taking that dx over dt common here, and on the right side the derivative of t will be 1 because the differentiation is taking place with respect to t. That means twice of x plus 1 dx can be written as dt. So let us have a look at our integral once more and see, can it be converted into this form? You will find out of 4x plus 2, 2 can be taken common and the expression reduces to twice of x plus 1. Under the square root we get x square plus x plus 1 dx. Now go for substitution. So if we use substitution, just see 2x plus 1 along with dx reduces to dt. So we have to keep this in mind while doing the substitution. So 2x plus 1 into dx is dt and the term under the square root will be substituted or replaced by t. So we have integral of square root of t. We can even write it as integral of t with exponent 1 by 2. So using the formula for integral of x to the power n, it can be integrated and we get t with the exponent 1 by 2 plus 1. So that comes out to be 3 by 2 and divided by 3 by 2 with constant of integration. So if we simplify it, it is 4 over 3 and substituting t with the original variable which is x, we get x square plus x plus 1 and this with the exponent 3 by 2 plus constant of integration. So you can see with the help of substitution we were able to integrate the given function. Now moving on to the next, we will do a bit of simplification here before going for integration. You can see in the denominator there are two terms, x minus square root of x, and from both square root of x can be taken common. So we are left with square root of x minus 1 within the bracket. Now think of what substitution can be made. Over here you can replace square root of x by t, or you can even replace square root of x minus 1 by t because the derivative of 1 will come out to be 0. So it is not going to affect the substitution procedure. So if I put square root of x minus 1 as t, let us see what is the derivative of root x. Derivative of root x will be 1 over 2 times square root of x. Then derivative of x will be dx over dt. Let us write it dx, that of 1 is 0 and the derivative of t dt. So what do we find? 1 by 2 square root of x dx is dt, or we can say 1 over square root of x dx is equal to twice of dt. So you can see if you look at this part, 1 over square root of x and this dx. This is resulting into twice of dt. So let us go for substitution now. The integral is now reduced to these two terms we will be taking together. And what do we have? 1 over square root of x minus 1, which is to be replaced by t, so 1 over t, and this rest all is getting converted to twice of dt. So our integral is 2 times integral of 1 over t dt. Now 1 over t is derivative of log t. So the integral of 1 over t will be log modulus of t plus constant of integration. Now convert it to the given variable, which is x. The integral is twice log of square root of x minus 1 plus constant of integration. Now taking another example, this is integral of, if you see, this is cube root of x cube minus 1 multiplied with x to the power 5. So you need to make slight changes in the expression so that you can easily visualize which function is derivative of other, or which part of this function is derivative of other. So you can see we will write I as cube of x minus 1 with the exponent 1 by 3, and we will convert x to the power 5 into x square into x cube and then dx. So you can see over here, if x cube be replaced by t, then its derivative will involve square of x and dx. So we will put x cube is equal to t. You can even put x cube minus 1 is equal to t. Okay, so that way if you do that, then you will have to replace x cube by t plus 1. So either you can put x cube minus 1t, or you can go for putting x cube is equal to t. Either ways you can proceed. But we need to explore which will be more convenient, which will help us in simplifying our expression. So see here, if I put x cube minus 1 as t, the derivative of x cube will be 3x square dx. That of 1 will be 0 and that of t will be dt. And because 3 is not required, we will write x square dx as 1/3 of dt. So you can see here very well, this x square and dx will result into 1/3 of dt. Now substituting each term with the assumption we have made, I can be written as, this is t with the exponent 1 by 3, then x cube. You can see, because x cube minus 1 is t, so I can write x cube as t plus 1, whereas x square dx will be written as 1 over 3 times dt. Now because 1 over 3 is a constant, it is a scalar, it will multiply with the integral of this function. So we can write it as 1 by 3 times integral of, and this part can be expanded, t to the power 1 by 3 into t. So the exponent of the resulting term will be t with an exponent 1 by 3 plus 1, which comes out to be 4 by 3. Then plus cube root of 3 dt. Now you can see both of these can be integrated using the formula for x to the power n. If we do so, the integral of this will be t with exponent 4 by 3 plus 1. So that comes out to be 7 by 3, and it gets divided by 7 by 3. Now applying the same result over here also, in the integral the exponent of t will be 1 by 3 plus 1, that makes it 4 by 3, and the term divided by 4 by 3 plus constant of integration. So writing it properly and replacing t by x, you can see 3 in the denominators of the denominators can be cancelled out with this 3. So what are we left with? This term reduces to 1 by 7 and replacing t by its value, which is cube of x minus 1. So cube of x minus 1 with an exponent 7 by 3. And the next part, it will be 1/4 of cube of x minus 1 with the exponent 4 by 3 and constant of integration. See this one, children, the next one. You can easily make out, if you look at this expression carefully, which part of this expression should be substituted so that its derivative can be obtained in the remaining expression. You can see, if I replace 2 plus 3x cube by t. Then on differentiating both the sides with respect to t, derivative of 2 reduces to 0. That of 3x cube will be 9x square and that of x will be dx. On the other side, derivative of t can be written as dt. It is actually, you are aware, dx over dt, and derivative of t will be 1. And hence later on dt is being cross multiplied. So we find 9x square dx can be replaced by dt. But we don't have 9 in our integral. So we can cross multiply 9 and replace x square dx by 1 over 9 times dt. Now doing the substitution, the integral is now 1 over, this is t with the exponent 3. So t cube, and for x square dx we can use the substitution 1 over 9 dt. Now 1 over 9 will be getting multiplied with the integral of 1 over t cube. Now 1 over t cube can be written as t with an exponent minus 3. Now integrating this part, integral of t with exponent minus 3 will be t with the exponent minus 3 plus 1. Now minus 3 plus 1 will be minus 2 divided by minus 2 plus constant of integration. Now replace t by its actual value and do the needed simplification. 9 into minus 2 gives us minus 18 in the denominator. We can write it as 1 over 18, and t with the exponent minus 2 can be written as 1 over t with an exponent 2. Now t is 2 plus 3x cube and this with an exponent 2 plus constant of integration. So this is the required integral. Now moving on to another examples. See this one. Here again, as I said, in each question you will get enough idea to make out which part of the expression should be used for substitution. We are all aware that derivative of tan inverse x will be 1 over 1 plus x square. So we can put tan inverse x as t. Now if tan inverse x is t, the derivative of tan inverse x is 1 over 1 plus x square. That of x will be dx and derivative of t, dt. So you can see this part, particular part. If you locate this part, this is getting converted into dt. And what is our integral now? It is e with the exponent t. Fine. And the remaining part of the integral is simply replaced by dt. So we need to only integrate e to the power t. Now integral of e to the power t is e to the power t only and plus constant of integration. So simply replacing t by its value, which is tan inverse x plus c. So this is the required integral. Now moving on to the next one. If you see carefully in this form, you will not be able to make out how to make the substitution. Before making the substitution, we need to make some necessary changes in this expression. Neither numerator is derivative of denominator nor the denominator is derivative of numerator if you see as such. Okay, if I say denominator is taken t, then it's in its derivative I will not get entire numerator as its derivative. A part can be its derivative but not the entire numerator, and vice versa. So what we do, we first make slight changes in the integral. Suppose I take e to the power x, or let us say multiply and divide the given integral with e to the power x, or we can take e to the power minus x also. In case you have taken e to the power x, I will be using it with the denominator, and the one we'll write here, that will be used with the numerator. So to make our work easy, let us multiply and divide the expression with e to the power minus x. Let us see how it helps us in using method of substitution here. Now when we multiply e to the power minus x with the entire term in the numerator, the first one reduces to e to the power x and the later one e to the power minus x. Carrying the same operation in the denominator, we get e to the power minus x and then plus e to the power Sorry, this will be plus x. So let us write the next one as e to the power x. So we are going to get the sum of these two. Okay. So e to the power x minus 1 is e to the power minus x. Then e to the power minus x into e to the power 2x will give us e to the power x. Now see, you will get a quickly you will get an idea which part is to be substituted. Suppose we put e to the power minus x plus e to the power x as t. Now you go for differentiating it. Derivative of e to the power minus x will be e to the power minus x. Then the derivative of minus x will be minus dx. So we get a minus sign here and dx. Then moving on to the next one, derivative of e to the power x will be e to the power x and that of x will be dx is equal to dt. You can see dx can be taken common from both, and if I rewrite this term, it is e to the power x minus e to the power minus x. Dx is equal to dt. See, this is the numerator. So if we are replacing the denominator by t, this entire numerator along with dx reduces to dt. And the integral is now 1 over t times dt. And integral of 1 over t will be log modulus of t plus constant of integration. So replace t by its value. We get log modulus of e to the power minus x plus e to the power x plus constant of integration. So you can see always it is not necessary that we are able to do the substitution directly. We need to do some simplification or slight changes in our expression so that integration is possible. Now see the next one. We are not aware if tan inverse of the given angle is derivative of which function. So can we change it into a form which can be integrated? So we can quickly recall the trigonometric identities. We know that sec square theta minus tan square theta is 1. So using that, you can see tan square theta can be written as sec square of the given angle minus 1. So this can be written in place of tan square 2x minus 3 dx. Now I'll break it into two integrals. One can be written as sec square 2x minus 3 dx. Other one can be written as 1 times dx. You can see the second part can be integrated. In the first part, I will use substitution. We put 2x minus 3 is equal to t. That means twice of dx will be dt, or you can write dx as half of dt. Now do this substitution and then integrate the function. Now I is sec square 2x minus 3 can be now written as sec square t, and dx can be written as half of dt. This will be our first function, first part of the integral after substitution. Second part is you can see one is getting integrated here with respect to dx. So we have two different functions in terms of different variables. So go for integration carefully. Now sec square t will be derivative of tan t. So the integral of sec square t will be tan t. Now moving on to the next part, it is integral of 1 with respect to x. So the integral of 1 will be x plus constant of integration. So here we already have our variable x. Here you need to convert t into x. So we can write it as half tan of 2x minus 3 minus x plus constant of integration. The next one is very clear. You can easily make out which part is derivative of other. You can see if sine inverse x is replaced by t, its derivative, what is derivative of sine inverse x? It is 1 over square root of 1 minus x square, and that of x will be dx and of t will be dt. So just put it in the integral and you are ready to integrate the function. So sine inverse x, we can replace it by t, and 1 over square root of 1 minus x square into dx can be replaced by dt. So see what a simple form this integral has taken. We need to integrate t. The exponent of t here is 1. So the integral will be t square by 2 plus constant of integration. And the integral is square of sine inverse x divided by 2 plus constant of integration. Exploring some more examples based on substitution method. See this one. Just first locate if there is some relation between numerator and denominator or not, and whether one of them can be used for substitution so that the remaining can be its derivative. Now if you see in the denominator there is a common factor. That common factor is 2. So if I take 2 common from the denominator reduces to 3 cos x plus 2 sin x, and the numerator is 2 cos x minus 3 sin x. Now you can easily make out which part should be used for substitution. If we put the denominator, which is 3 cos x plus 2 sin x, as t, let us see what will be its derivative. Derivative of 3 cos x will be minus 3 sin x, because derivative of cos x is minus sin x. That of sin x will be cos x. So because it is 2 sin x, the derivative is 2 cos x. And that of x will be dx, which we have taken common. And derivative of t, dt. So just compare it with the numerator. You will see this is our numerator. So the entire numerator along with dx can be replaced by dt. So the integral is now 1 by 2, 1 over t times dt. Integral of 1 over t we have repeatedly done in various questions. It is log t. So the integral is half of log t plus constant of integration. Replacing t by its value, which is 3 cos x plus 2 sin x. So the integral is now 1 by 2 times log of mod of 3 cos x plus 2 sin x plus constant of integration. Let us take one quick one here. Can you recall what, or can you make out what changes should be done here so that a part of this becomes derivative of other? We can replace 1 over cos square x by sec square x and the work is done. Denominator is 1 minus tan x whole square. You can easily visualize which part should be substituted t so that the rest gets converted into its derivative. So if I put 1 minus tan x as t, what will be its derivative? Derivative of 1 is 0, then minus that of tan x will be sec square x, and for x it will be dx over dt, which we can write as dx only, and the dt can be shifted to the right hand side because derivative of t is 1. So we can see minus sec square x dx is equal to dt. Let us get rid of this negative sign. We can even write it as sec square x dx is equal to minus dt. Now see the integral. It will be, in place of sec square x dx, we can write minus dt, and 1 minus tan x can be replaced by t. As it is 1 minus tan x whole square, so the denominator reduces to t square. We can even write it as integral of t with an exponent minus 2. Now using the formula for integral of x to the power n, it can be integrated. The integral will come out to be t with an exponent minus 2 plus 1, which is minus 1, and divided by minus 1 plus constant of integration. So you can see this on simplification reduces to 1 over t plus constant of integration. Now replace t by its value. So it is 1 over 1 minus tan x plus constant of integration. So children, these were some examples where the integration took place with the help of method of substitution.